We are here with the champ, 8-time Ms Fitness Olympia, the GOAT, Adela Garcia. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Just enjoying this nice weather here in Texas.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
what do you consider nice? Any type of heat above 85 is not nice to me.
No, I'm just being sarcastic. It's been horrible. Like honestly, you can't even walk outside. That's
Oh,
how bad it
really?
is. Yes,
Yeah.
the humidity is terrible. That's why you see my hair braided like
Oh,
this,
okay. Yeah.
because it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, I do not like the heat. And you're Dominican, right? So you
Yes.
got the curly hair, and the heat does not do any justice to that.
Oh no, girl, it doesn't matter what I do. That's why I've been doing this hairstyle
I think
since
it's cute.
April.
Yeah.
And it's so easy, especially when I have to get up early at 3 a.m. to go to work.
Hmm.
I'm like, this is perfect. So it's been my style and it's going to be like this for a little bit.
Well,
The weather is
listen,
better.
you're always looking great. I know you're only, what are you now, 20, 28, right? 30, somewhere in there?
Girl, when I was competing, I used to tell everybody, okay, I was at an age, a year, what, it was a year that I used to say I was like, if I was 35, well, I was 34. And
Yeah,
then
right.
after I got older, I'm like, it's 1 year. It was like different if it was like 2 or 3. So I'm 52 years old. So I got to
52.
own it. Yes,
Wow. Honey,
52.
you don't look 52 at all. So just want
Thank
to throw that
you.
out there. Yes. I know you're working with the great Missy Truscott for the Olympia. Is that true?
Yes, we
Yeah.
are collaborating.
And
It's been really cool to get to know Macy because I remember when I was making a decision to do a comeback in 2020, I I used to look at Macy and I'm like, people used to say, oh, she's a little bit intimidating.
Mhm.
So I kind of start like, I don't think she's that great of a champion, kind of like a stupid thing. It was just mostly because I was intimidated by her. And I even told her that when we started
Sure.
talking, I got to the good thing about the way that she ended up sponsoring my event is that I got the opportunity to get to know her. And she is a great person. Her husband, they mean business, and
Mhm.
I like that about her. Like she not only they put the money for the prize money for the girls, but she also flew here to Texas. She spent the time and she made like this custom amazing trophy that I was telling one of the girls. She's like, yeah, she spent a lot of money on that.
Yeah.
So I want the fitness girls to start um being thankful for us doing this, because honestly we don't have to do this.
No.
Like, it's especially promoters, we actually make a little bit of money with the NPC,
Hmm.
now with the IFBB. So whenever we add in that division, it costs us, it's a lot
Oh,
more. So
yeah.
if we don't have a sponsor, it's not easy to have the show. So a lot of the shows, they do have fitness, but they don't have to. The prize money doesn't have to be 6,000.
Hmm.
So we can give 3,500, but she put in a good purse
Six
for
thousand
them.
dollars is a lot of money. That's pretty good.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Plus the trophy, plus all the travel here. I mean, it was great to have her at a show, and I mean, even if she doesn't know this, but she had helped me a lot,
Hmm.
not only with the show, but also to get myself out there too.
Hmm.
And she wants me to help her, and I was like, wow, I that's an honor for me, because that's what I love to do. I love helping the girls with their routines. Even when I competed, I never had this thing that it was all for me. I would share my choreographer with everybody,
Oh, no.
and I would share things with the girls because I just want everybody to be better.
But it is, I mean, I've heard this from other fitness girls. They try to keep certain choreographers close. They don't want anybody to share, it's a little secret. So I applaud you for that. But how heavy was that trophy of Missy's? That thing was huge.
Actually, it wasn't that heavy.
No?
No, I was surprised, and the thing is, her Darian, her father was here. He came in to see her,
Oh.
and he took they were able like to take it apart,
Hmm.
and then in a way, and she even brought the box
Wow.
for them to take it home with
Yeah.
them. So it was pretty cool. I
Yeah.
mean, but it was like I don't think it weighed more than probably 6 pounds, or
That
it
thing
was
was
not.
6 pounds?
Yeah, it was not heavy at
Oh my
all.
gosh. It
No.
looked like it was like 40 pounds.
No, they did a great job. I
Yeah.
mean, and the way that I remember when she sent me a picture, she just made a drawing,
Hmm.
like a little kid drawing with
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
two legs going up, the fur thing, her hair up. It was so funny. But the way that they made it, it was incredible. That was nice.
Yeah. It was very nice. We need to have an Adela statue.
I know, I'm thinking about it.
You
Actually, I'm
should.
talking to I'm making a new trophy for next year, and the guy actually found a picture of me, and I'm like, "Oh, do you think that will be okay?" But I just want something more of fitness style
Sure.
than just a physique thing. It's just because that's
Sure.
fitness, so we got to show some kind of movement.
Oh, absolutely. So I know this is long overdue. I'm so happy we have this interview, and again, thank you for making the time for me. I wanted to talk about you. I mean, look, I don't think there's going to be anyone who's ever going to break your record. To be honest, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think so.
I don't think so
I
either.
mean, well, the thing is, like, it's fitness have changed so much, and I
Right.
just don't feel there's only a few girls that are willing to put in that much time and energy that requires to, win over time. When I won my first Olympia, I was 33.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, so and I just dedicated my life to that. So I don't know. It's like nobody have even the only person have come close was Oksana,
Right.
but she only won four,
Right.
and I don't know. I mean, Whitney had three, I believe.
Winnie has three. Yes.
Yeah, and I mean Missy, I think she can go in and she can win
Sure.
more Olympiads
Sure.
because she's young.
Mm-hmm.
I think she won her first at 32.
Mm-hmm.
She's 34 years old, and she's working hard, man. She's hungry. I
Mm-hmm.
like her attitude for this, especially what she's gonna do this year. So it's gonna be great to see.
I mean, listen, you were hungry too when you're winning all your Olympias. Your first one in 2004, you won the Miss International that year as well, which you know what they
Yes,
say when you win Miss International, you also win the Olympia, which you've done quite a few times. So,
yes.
with your, when you first started out, why did you, I mean, obviously you're Dominican, you moved to Puerto, let me see if I got this right. You lived in Puerto Rico, right? And then
Yes.
when did you come over to the United States?
I went in a, I was a rebel, so I moved to the United States. I just went to New York, and I wanted to learn English. So I
That's the
just
best
start
place.
yeah, I just started working in different places, and I was there for 1 year. Then I went back to Puerto Rico. Then I went to college in Houston
Oh, wow.
for 1 year. Then I went back home. Then I went to San Diego with friends, and I was just partying and drinking. Then I finally went back home, and I just fell in love. I started working in a base in Puerto Rico, and I saw this poster with a show for fitness, and I just looked at it, and I'm like, I want to do that. I'm gonna do that. So I don't even know how it happened, but
So you
I
didn't have
went
any
to that.
background in gymnastics or
No,
anything?
nothing.
Wow.
Just the only sports that I played as a young girl was throwing rocks at people, fighting with girls.
I
I
love
played some,
you.
yeah, just getting in trouble, sitting around in
Throwing
high school
rocks
with
at
all the
people.
girls. No, seriously, I used to go from one school to another school to fight girls.
Wow.
I mean, I was trouble. But
What
girl,
about
once I fell
now?
in love, huh?
Are you trouble now?
Oh no, no, oh no, girl. I just, I'm older. I love people. Not all people. I love animals more than people, but no, but it's just like I remember when I did that first show, it was in North Carolina. It was the Armed Forces
Oh,
Championship,
wow.
Europa Championships, and I got second place, and I fell in love with them. I fell in love with the sport. It's incredible.
So how did you learn? I mean, obviously fitness requires so much. Did you have a how did that happen? You saw the poster, you said I want to do that, and then where did you go from there?
I used to because back then we used to have the Fitness America pageant,
Oh,
and
okay.
I used to watch that all the time, and also the magazines. I used to look at the magazine, also in fitness. I used to look at all these girls like Mia Finnegan, Amy
Mm,
Fagley. Um, I'm like, wow, look at those bodies. They look so pretty, and they were doing all these nice things and getting attention, of course. Um, so the way that I started working out, I was doing this internship from high school, and I was going doing clerical work at
oh
this
wow.
place, and then I was waiting for the boss to go back home, and then I look up and I saw these guys at this building, and I'm like, guys, pretty cool. Let me go and check that out.
Yeah.
So I went up there and it was a gym. So I started working out. And my mom didn't like that because Hispanic mom, they're a little bit weird.
Yes.
Like, that is for guys, you're gonna look like a man.
Yeah.
And I was hiding and I was still working out. And then I finally, like, whenever I just started working at that base and saw that poster, there was a girl that actually she was competing in aerobics
Oh wow.
championships.
Oh.
So she taught me how to do one arm push ups,
Uh,
how to do kicks, how to do like straddle holds. And I put a routine together myself.
Wow.
Um, videotape, video cassette, like recording the music and then adding, like my brother was adding sound effects to it, like just very kind of ghetto. But I
Kind of
made it
ghetto.
through. I don't know how.
How many so you have siblings? How many siblings do you have?
Two brothers.
Two brothers.
They're older. Yes.
They're older?
Yes.
Guess who's calling right now? You won't believe it.
Who?
Hey, Bobby.
Yo,
I'm gonna
what's up?
put you on my
Oh,
podcast. Guess who I have on right now?
What do you got going?
I have Adela on.
that's the
Adela,
voice.
sister from another mister.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the same birthday.
I know, isn't that
That's
crazy?
crazy.
Still,
Yeah.
it's never changed.
And he's still on my fridge.
You're still on her
Yeah.
fridge. A chick magnet. That's right.
The chick magnet. That's so funny.
Yeah. Well, I gotta talk to the goat here, so I'll call you later, my friend.
Yeah, call me when there's nothing going on.
Okay. You
Peace
go-
out, brother.
Just watch the whole,
She's-
watch the whole gladiator
She
thing.
just said, "What's up?"
Huh?
She just said, "What's,
What's up with the voice? That
What's
voice.
up?
Adela says, "What's up?"
What's up? That's what I said. That's what.
Oh, okay. He said, "What's
You
up?"
just
Back.
answer with what's up. Nobody actually ever answers the question.
Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later.
That guy has so much respect for you, so much.
Yeah. Oh no, we worked together.
That's what he said. Yeah.
When he used to wear his little spandex, and
Oh,
his
spandex.
oh yeah, no girl, like the whole it's like I
The nut
remember.
huggers, nut hugger spandex. That's what I like to call
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I said I can't believe I still have his thing on my fridge.
it. Yeah, he's a great
I
guy.
remember when I sent that to you, like I said, hey, check this out.
A chick magnet. He is a chick magnet. But going back to you, this isn't always about. This ain't about Bob. Anyway, sorry. But so I admire you because again, you prove that anything's possible when you put your mind to it. And I say this a lot on my show, but it's true. You never gave up. You kept on. You did it all yourself. You didn't let anything stop you. Now, I know you went through a couple of challenges in your life. Can you give us some of that, what you went through going through this? Being the champ isn't easy. So I'm sure you had
Yeah,
some battles.
Well, I mean, the thing is, in 2013, my last competition, even prior to that, I was dealing with, the fans getting tired of me winning, and
Whoa.
the
What do you mean
critics.
the fans tired of you winning? What happened?
Well, it's like Oksana was always coming in second, and people were kind of getting tired, I
Sure.
guess. And you just start reading in the forum what people are saying, and
But isn't it
was
about the
like-
best person who's on that stage isn't that what it's about, right?
well, I guess so.
best
But you
person
know what?
wins?
It's like they were always. I remember just looking at it. my last routine, and no matter how even new skills that I got, like people were not seeing, they were just seeing past that and like, oh, she comes in with the same thing, she's doing the same thing, and she's like, I remember the last thing that I read, it was more like, oh, she came in with this all Gloria Stefan style, Miami style routine, whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm glad that I got out when I did. I didn't realize how much that was going to affect me because I was not like, I just decided, okay, this is it. I'm good. I just don't want to go back again next year and continue to get this because, mentally is hard. We are athletes and we just want people to always like you, but not everybody's gonna love you. So you have to, be ready for that. And so then after that, I didn't know what to do with myself. So I started doing silks and everything turned out like I was practicing so late because of the heat. You got to do silks in an area that is cooler. So the gym that I had at that point, I was going in there at night and I would just start cleaning because everything looks all messy from the other trainer. So I would start cleaning, then it will be midnight.
You diet down, train hard, and supplement smart for months. When the time comes to step on stage, don't leave your tan to chance. Go with the pros. Pro Tan. #1 worldwide since 1987 and the official sponsor of the Olympia for the last 15 years. Don't step on stage without it. Pro Tan.
Then it will be 3 a.m. And then I will start at that time, like doing stuff. And then it will be a day where I will be still there.
Wow.
For 2 days without going home.
Jeez,
and I will
girl.
not sleep. Yeah, it was really crazy timing. And so I was just starting hallucinating and going through all these mental things where I even had to go and get help. And that's finally when I'm like in 2019, I kind of decided, okay, maybe I can do a comeback because I heard that Oksana was doing a comeback. And maybe this can help me to get out of all these things that I've been going through because I was just not leaving my house. I was just here and I got put on mental medication for depression. And I was on that for like six months. And at one point, I just took myself out of it. I said, I can't do this. This is not me. It was making me more depressed because I couldn't control my body. No matter what I did, I was training, I was dieting, and I would wake up in the morning, I would look, okay, I lost a few pounds. By the end of the day, I was like bloated again and it looked like a pregnant person. Like it was horrible, everything. And I just took myself off of it. I said, this is not me. I know how to control my emotion. I know how to control myself. Like losing control of my body was one of the main things that put me back on track. And that I just left. I stopped taking all that stuff. And what I realized of these people that you go through with mental health issues, sometimes I don't feel like they're really there to help you. They just want to put you on medications after medication. And the lady that I was talking to, she's like, well, if you stop the medication, it's going to be worse. And I'm like, all I need is to sleep. I just need to sleep. And I have to have medication for sleep. I'm not afraid to say it, because I need my medication. I need my sleep because if you don't sleep, you know how it is. You're not capable to really think clearly. So all my issues was because I was not sleeping. And this doctor, she's like, well, you're not going to be able to do well if you get off the medication. And I said, no, I'm not going to anymore. She kept calling me and I just shut her off.
Good for you.
And that just gave me a really I don't need this. I mean, working out is one of the best medicines out there. Mm-hmm. I know how to control myself. I know nowadays if I don't feel good, I go to sleep. I need to sleep because I cannot go without more than 6 hours. Like I got to get at least 7 hours of sleep because I know how my body feels. So, it's just like after going through that, it's just, I finally came around and, I have to apologize to some people because I pushed a lot of people away. So that's one of the reasons that I say that, Missy coming to my show this year, it helped a lot. A lot of people she has a lot of following and I love what she's been doing. I was never that way that I could do so much, like having a YouTube channel. I wish I was able to do that, but you know how it is when we're
Yes.
competing.
Yeah.
You know, you basically still committed to yourself that you cannot do all that stuff. So it was a good learning experience that I went through, and kind of brought me back into reality. And I've been thankful for what we have now, instead of always thinking that I need to have more when I've done really well.
But see, here's the thing, and I thank you very much, Adela, for sharing this personal information with us because, as you know, and I talk about this again a lot, mental health and depression is huge in our industry, especially now the social media, Instagram and Facebook, people feel they have to look a certain way. They got to do certain things, and it's depressing for some of these girls
Yes.
and guys. And it's a lot of pressure. I feel a lot of athletes have pressure on them because they feel they have to be a certain way. But, I wanted to say to you that and again, thank you for sharing about the medication because I agree with you. I do not believe that, pills or whatever, certain antidepressants don't do the job. You don't need that. I think there are
No.
doctors who push it on you because they're trying to make that money. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah,
and within like the time that I was with this doctor, I went through about 6 different type of medication.
Jeez.
And the last one that she was saying, like, oh, we're gonna put you on Prozac. And I'm like, no. Like, because that's the main one. Like, I always heard about that thing, and I'm like, me on that? No, come on now.
But Adela, I have to ask you because you're 8-time Ms Fitness Olympia. You're the GOAT. Nobody, again, this is just me. They can get mad at me, whoever's listening, but I don't think anyone's ever going to break your record. I mean, you've done a lot of stuff. You've accomplished a lot. You've won many Arnold Classics as well. I mean, can I ask you, how many shows have you done total, altogether?
Oh, shoot. I don't even know. Like, a lot. I don't even, I mean, I know the ones that I won, but I have to count.
So,
because, back in those days, we were like, when fitness first started, we were competing. I remember one year, like all the girls, we were like, oh my God, our bodies were broken.
Right.
Because we probably did about 12 shows in a year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a lot,
That's
especially
a lot.
for fitness.
Yes.
Yes. So thank God, whenever I finally started getting sponsored, and I was just able to do 1 or 2 shows.
But here's what
But at the beginning, you have to push yourself. You got to put yourself out there.
That's very
So
important.
I know I did a lot in my careers. Like I did a lot of shows. That's why when a lot of these girls nowadays come around, I say, "Girl, you have no idea. I have no clue."
Well, this is what I wanted to ask. So, why? I mean, I do have to ask again. Being someone as successful as you are, a promoter and other things that you do, because you have your hands in a lot of different pots, and you're very successful. And why did you feel so depressed? That's what I'm trying to, because you're so accomplished.
I know, but it's just at that time it was like, I'm not gonna compete again. I just didn't know what to do.
It's like I don't know what to do with myself because I'm not competing.
Well, and I just also, people, when you're on top, everybody wants to be around you.
Of course.
Right. When you're on top, everybody wants to, you be your friend. I mean,
oh yeah.
my phone stopped ringing.
Right.
People start like it was just a whole change. And every time I could see it, especially I remember one year on my show, when I was competing, I have all these friends that they were there to help Adela. One year I'm just sitting there all by myself, doing all my trophies, all my medals, and I'm like, wow. This is how it is to not be on top of the game anymore. So, I had to it was a good learning experience for me because I know how to value the real friends in my life now.
Yes.
And those are people that we don't have to be in touch every single day.
Right.
But I know that they are always going to be there. And that was just that's why I felt that way, because I just didn't know. I always felt like I was Adela, Ms Fitness Olympia, and nobody really knew Adela Garcia. Adela, just without all the trophies and all the titles.
Well, I want to know Adela.
That was
I want to know Adela without the titles and stuff. What's she like?
I'm just me, girl. Like
The
I'm
rebel.
real as it can be. I don't really, I used to get like that, like the social media. I want to grow my fan base, and I'm like, you know what? This is who I am. If somebody's gonna like me, I just don't want to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. I
I
used to
agree.
be very stressed about, oh, how people are gonna see me at my show this year. I had to dress certain way. Look, man, I don't have the money for that. I don't have the money to buy a nice big time car. Like, I drive an Infinity. I love Infinity. That's been my car. But I don't have the money to wear all this fancy stuff. And I always been that way.
Yeah.
So, it's because one thing that I did when I competed was I saved money. Every check that I got from the Olympia, I put it in my bank.
Oh wow.
The same thing from the honor. So when I retire, I have money saved.
Yeah.
A lot of competitors, they have nothing. I bought my own house. So it's like things that a lot of these competitors didn't have. So I took advantage of that without just going broke, just buying myself a nice purse. I don't care. I just, something that looked nice, that's me. You're never gonna see me like, oh, what she's wearing. Like, I just bought this on Nova,
Listen, I'll
Fashion
put it
Nova.
out there. We've seen them at shows. We see the ones with the Louis Vuitton all over, flashing lights, or
Yeah,
the
girl, I
different
don't do
name
that. Like,
brands, Gucci. We see it all
I
the
don't really
time.
like that stuff, honestly. I mean, like, I'm pretty. Fashion Nova. Have you purchased stuff
I
from there? Have you
love,
ever seen that?
honey. I am
Oh
like
my God!
subscriber
Because
to Fashion.
you buy one outfit and then you don't have to feel bad about not wearing it again, and
No.
then you can give it to your friend and then she can wear it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy.
I love fashion. As a matter of fact, this is Fashion Nova. So yes, I do
That's
have.
nice, girl.
It's a little jumpsuit. But
You-
I want to ask, so let's be real here. And you said it a couple times very lightly, but the difference with fitness now versus when you competed is what? Besides the number of competitors.
Well, it's a lot of different divisions for girls to be more attractive to. Fitness, you got to work a little bit harder. And I just, I don't know. It's just one thing that I've been looking into is the routines overall. I feel like the girls need to have 3 changes of music because normally now they're getting used to just running the routines with one song. And if you pay attention to it, like I was just looking at the girls at the stage on my event, and when they have one song, doesn't matter what they're doing, you get bored.
Right.
That's why the 3 changes of music is important because it gets you going. So also, I really would like for them to bring 6 mandatory instead of 4, and make sure that those mandatories are hold for at least 4 seconds instead of just, oh, I do a kick. I mean, the kick, of course, I cannot hold it for 4 seconds, but I can at least do 4 kicks like they used to. We used to have to do four kicks. We used to have to hold the straddle hold, the pike hold, the middle split.
How
and then
long? How long do you have to hold it for? A few seconds?
Well, 4 seconds.
4
Yeah,
seconds.
4
Wow.
seconds. Yes. So, and then everybody needed to do a 1-arm push-up.
Why did they change that though?
I think the fitness went through a lot of changes. We used to have 4 rounds. Then they went down to 3 rounds. Then they went down to 2 rounds. Then in the amateur level, they took the 2-piece, the physique round away. So which I think it was not a good idea because when you take the physique round, when this girl turns pro, then she's going to have to sit around for years before she can develop that physique. So they brought it back. And then they took the mandatories, they took it down to 4 mandatory, which is the split and I think the straddle hold, the kick, and then they can just do just a push-up.
Any
Any
type
kind
of
of
push-up.
push-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just don't think they need to make those changes in order for the girls to start putting in more work. Like if you said they need to have a 1-arm push-up, these girls need to get stronger.
Yes.
And that's what I see. All I see them is flipping around. Some of them, a lot of them, they just do that. And they need to, I want to see more strength. Because a lot of people think that because somebody did a back talk, wow, that's awesome. I mean, you were a gymnast, you were doing that for a long time. That's easy.
Right.
For them, it's like, they can do that drunk and they'll be okay. Hopefully not.
I remember I went to a show in Amateur Olympia in England, and this girl was doing fitness, and all she was doing was rolling around on the stage. Just
Yeah.
rolling around. And I'm like, how is this even a fitness routine?
Yeah, I mean, the way that when fitness started, I think they took a lot of the things from the aerobics competition, and the aerobics, that was like, I could never do a routine like that because there gotta be, I think it's like 175 bit per minute, like you had to go. So, I mean, the girls just gotta, I think when Oksana came into the scenes, and that's her style. So everybody wanted to do Oksana style.
Right.
But they don't know that you cannot do a style like Oksana.
Right.
Not one song like that. So a lot of the girls, they need to really stick to their own style and just find what works best for them. That's what I have to do because I ended up learning how to do back talks. I learned how to do round up back handsprings. But I felt like the more I did them, like they started to get a little ugly. And then I started to get, like, I remember one time landing on my head doing a back talk.
Gosh.
And that was it. I stopped doing them. I'm like, I can't do that again. So I just ended up deciding I'm just going to stick with what I do best. And I just keep learning more strength moves, like stuff, pike holds, holding myself up the floor, walking that, doing bike walks. And a lot of the girls now want to learn that.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when I was doing silk, actually that helped me because climbing the silk, I used to climb up, bringing my legs up, wrapping my legs around. So that helped me a lot too.
I like this.
I developed a lot of core strength.
Do you ever think I got to ask the question. I know you've been asked before. You ever think about making a comeback again?
I wanted to really bad, but
is it possible?
My shoulder.
Okay.
No, I can't. Not for fitness. If I can do something. If I thought honestly, like the figure, the Masters Olympia.
Yeah, girl.
For figure, I really thought about it. I want to train for it and see, but I really need a new shoulder. But I know for that, I don't need to. I've been training. My shoulder is whenever I do any fitness skills. That's when my shoulder just goes off. And it starts right here, girl, my traps. And it's like, no. Because I have a massive tear on the supraspinatus.
Okay.
So it's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad. Like when I finally found out, because I was training in 2022. And I went to 2 different orthopedic surgeons. And the first one said, yeah, we can do surgery. And I'm like, but my insurance didn't cover it.
Sure.
So then I went to another doctor, and he said, it's going to be straightforward with you. He said, I can't even see the tendon. He said, it's like bacon.
Oh,
it's like so messed up because it's so old. Mm-hmm. The injury, it happens with the silk, by the way. I was coming out of a drop, and that's when it happened. But it's the injury is so old that he cannot fix it. Mm-hmm. So he said, you need a new shoulder, but not yet. Mm-hmm. So
how many, if I may ask now, throughout the years, have you had a lot of injuries?
I had I tore my ACL in 2008, and I have to take the year off. So that's the only injury that I ever had. Mm-hmm. So I took the whole 2008 off, and then I came back in 2009.
When you being the Olympia champ, as training as much as you did, I mean, how all day, I'm assuming, is what you're just practicing your routines, or?
Yeah, I used to be in that gym for 5 hours.
Wow.
Practicing my routine. Yeah. It was, and always learning new skills, trying to find, I would just get up in the morning, do my cardio. I would be on my YouTube, finding new skills, and I would just study it and learn them and practice them until I got it down.
So you go on YouTube, you see a skill, and then how many times you watching this video? 100 times?
Oh yeah. I will break it down into ways. Let me see. go back and make sure I get everything. That's how I learned the silks too. So, I mean, that's a little bit more dangerous because I have people telling me like I will not be practicing those drop, but I taught myself how to drop
So
like
you're
that.
still doing it now?
No, it's too hot. Like I have my stuff set up in my
Oh
backyard,
wow. Mm-hmm.
but it's just too hot right now.
I'd
Like
like, so anyone
can't
can
go
pretty
with it.
much, if they have an interest in fitness, anyone can pretty much do it. You don't have to have
Yeah.
gymnastics. Or
No,
anything,
you don't have to have
dance.
gymnastics. You don't have to have a dance background. I mean, there's a lot of girls that have come into the industry and they just learn this stuff.
Now, are
You
you?
just get really have to have the heart for it, honestly. Like it's not something that I sometimes I try to tell girls, hey, if you want to get a pro card quicker, you can compete in fitness and then
Right.
go into another division, but they don't want to.
Because they don't want to
It's a
work.
lot.
Do you
No,
think that
it's
a lot of girls don't compete now because they don't want to do the extra work? I hate to say it like that, but
I think so. And also a lot of girls they don't really know what fitness is all about and they feel like they really have to do gymnastics. And that's what I think is important that they put those mandatories and they teach them in a way that because a one-arm push-up is kind of cool. And if I don't know if one-arm push-up and then hinge it, like it's just more advanced movement that people can see. And there's a lot of if you go on Instagram, there's a lot of athletes out there doing crazy stunts. Like they do all these different, and that will be something that they can do if they want to have a stage for it, since they put themselves in Instagram, like do it on a real stage. So I just feel like it's just fitness need to be more out there. I was a little bit disappointed with some of the girls that they were not promoting my show. Even Debbie, JM's wife,
yeah.
she was one, like she ended up making this cool video and she did it herself because she wants fitness. Actually, she's the one who told me, hey, I think you should have fitness
Oh, that's
in your
nice.
show.
Yeah.
And, I was like, you think so? She said, yeah. I said, as soon as I get the support, I will do it. But she's like, I need these girls to start getting out there and promoting. Like if you're 8-time Fitness Olympia, there's no reason why people are not helping you out.
Sure.
But it's like, honestly, I hated to say it, but I mean, I call people. I mean, I was so blessed with Liquid Sun Rays and then Missy
Yeah.
to do that, for helping me out, because otherwise it's like it's not easy. But then also the girls the fitness girls, they need to help out. Those promoters that are putting fitness is for them to be like, wow, let's go there and support it.
Sure.
So I was very thankful for the girls that came in, and then, I mean, it was nice. And some of the girls are like, hey, we come back next year if you have it again. So it was a good turnout, but I think it could be better and bigger.
I absolutely agree. And I'm also going to throw in there's not a lot of fitness shows.
No, there's not. So, we try and like now I'm waiting for next year. So I don't have this show with another promoter having,
Right.
they have fitness. So we can have it spaced them out in a way that everybody is able to
Sure.
get a chance to
Share the wealth.
qualify. Yeah, and to qualify.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing.
So how many shows do you promote? Just do you have a few or?
Just
the one,
one,
just the one.
for now, and then but next year actually I'm having I'm adding a natural
Oh wow.
to my show, so it will be a 2-day show. So Saturday will be the IFBB and the MPC regular show, and then Sunday will be the natural show.
Oh, that'd be very nice, Adela. So,
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think there's room for MPC. They're getting more natural shows. They used to have a lot before, but I think it's important because a lot of the athletes now they feel like they have to get on steroids to compete, and I'm like,
Yes.
there's people need to stop saying that, and they just see, because we have a lot of the quality of the athletes in the NPC, whether it's with taking something or not, it's being amazing.
Hmm.
So all these athletes, they feel like, oh, if I don't take something, I can't compete. I said, that's not right. It's like, you just gotta get your butt in there and train hard like everybody else.
Hmm.
Stop thinking that anybody's doing anything. It's none of your business. Just do whatever you can do.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, a lot of people have misconception that's all about these supplements, and it's
Yes.
not. If you work hard, you diet right, you can do amazing things. It may take a little
Yeah.
bit longer, but hey, at least it can be anything can be done when you put your mind to it. Bottom line.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's like, it just makes me sad because all these athletes, they're like, oh, I want to compete. There's a lot of shows going on in here in Texas that are from different federations. And I just feel like we need to put more natural shows, whatever it is,
Sure.
natural, they call it.
Sure.
It's like, but so make people feel good about themselves. But
Mhm.
it's, you don't need to,
What can,
it's,
what can we do, Adela, to bring more fitness athletes in the amateur level and the pros? What can we do?
I think fitness, they need to really promote fitness a little bit more. I I don't know if it's. I just feel like also that us as athletes, the fitness athletes, they need to get out there more. They need to go to different. No, we do different workshops through the year. I make sure that I always go to the workshops and talk about fitness. So I feel all the girls from other states, whenever there is a workshop by an official workshop from the APC, they need to go and they need to talk about fitness, because some of the time the promoters, I mean, whoever is hosting the workshop, they forget.
Hmm.
And if you don't have anybody representing fitness, they're not going to talk about fitness.
Sure.
But if you do, the girls are always asking. I have picked a few girls going to those workshops, and they're like, oh, can you tell me about that division? I didn't know. And at least I can explain it to them. And if they want to do it, they can.
Sure.
That's how I picked a few girls. But I think just going out with those workshops and probably putting more stuff out there on different sites. I think Whitney does really well with that
Mhm.
too, and Missy and Ariel, they all do, and Oksana. But I just think it's got to come from a bigger place,
Sure.
from everywhere, like putting more stuff out there.
I agree.
I
I like to see more
yeah.
prize money too. You guys work
Well,
so
that's
hard.
not actually, the prize money nowadays is pretty good compared to when I competed.
Sure.
I mean, actually, that's what I want to do to come back. I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. No, but I mean, I just feel the Olympia has done great. Like the prize money for the Olympia is amazing. I just feel like the girls need to. It has to come from them. They need to show up to the shows, and we have to keep pushing the division a little bit more.
Where do you see figure
Um,
in 5 years? Or figure, I'm sorry, fitness.
Fitness. If the girls don't get it together, I probably won't see fitness around. I'll
You
be
think
honest
so?
with you.
Wow.
Well, yeah, it's like, because you can do so much for this division. Like, we got to grow. Everything has to grow.
Yes.
And there's got to be, for promoters to have them, you got to get something. It's like, it's just like any business. We grow with the federation. So we have to give back somehow.
Hmm.
So like, that's one of the things like I love about, I was talking to Missy, said it's not about us going on stage and winning. We have to do more. And as athletes, we can do so much. If somebody doesn't want it bad enough, they're not going to get
No.
anything, So it just, I know that there's been a lot of things saying like we should go and recruit girls from cheer gyms
Sure.
or different gymnastics place, but some of these girls, they just don't want it.
No.
They just don't want to do that. They don't want to diet. They don't,
See,
they're
that's
doing,
what I've noticed. They don't want to diet.
yeah, even the girls now, like after my show, some of the girls, they're like, getting feedback, and I said, I can tell you your feedback right now. You need to diet.
Right.
I mean, I gotta be honest. That's one thing that I do. I just don't sugarcoat anything. You know, I just tell them straightforward. You gotta diet. I mean, and that's one of the things that I just whenever they took the physique round away, I just feel like this is wrong because this is the problem. You don't want to see. I'm sorry, you don't want to see a chunky Ms Fitness Olympia.
No. No.
This is a physique federation. This is what I've been saying for a long time. I want to see somebody with a nice set of everything. Nice, you know, you're doing a move. That's the beauty of fitness. When you're doing something, you're in a straddle jump and you're all this stuff, and you can see all these little muscles everywhere. It's beautiful.
Yes.
You know,
It's an art.
so I just really feel like I don't know. We've been pushing this thing long enough, but the athletes that are competing right now, they just need to support all the promoters and keep showing up.
I agree.
You know, stop making excuses that, oh, I just don't want to do another show. I say, you got to pay your dues. I'm sorry. It's like any job. You got to work hard. You got to go up up the stairs, and then you're going to get to the top. It's not like you just going to go and win in right away. So it takes time.
One more question. Actually, two more questions I want to ask you. First one is, what would you tell your younger self? Any advice that you give your younger self? What would you say?
I don't procrastinate anything. Just live your life. Just go for it. You know, it's just like, don't procrastinate things, because we sit around like, oh, I do things tomorrow. I do this tomorrow. And then you go 20 years after and you're like, I used to thinking about doing that. So never procrastinate things. Just do it. Just get it done right away.
Second thing is, do you have any other projects you're working on right now in the industry or outside?
No, just building back my training business. You know, I just I train a little amount of clients. My husband and I we used to have our own gym. And when I went through all that stuff, you know, we have to let it go. And that's one thing that we want to, within the next couple of years, we want to get back. Is just have our own place. Working for somebody is something that we love. But, you know, we love working with people. You know, I love helping people. So that's what I want to continue to do, especially clients, you know, putting somebody on stage and you just see them. It's like, wow. I have a few clients this year for my show, and I was like, whoa, look at that. I love to work with people that really want to help themselves.
What if you took the fit rock star, me, and did a mad scientist experiment? Someone who has zero, well, I could do splits. I could do straddles, things like that. I could do push-ups.
You can do straddle?
Yeah.
Can you jump?
Yeah, I can jump.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your background, girl?
Sicilian and Puerto Rican.
No, but
my background?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, like dance.
Dance. Some dance.
You used to dance?
Yeah.
Really?
Not
so you want to do You want to do fitness?
I want to. So here's the thing I've been talking about last few months. I want to try to. I don't want to try. I want to do a fitness routine. I want to put myself in challenge. I'm ready for a challenge. So I want to learn a fitness routine and do. I mean, I'm not going to be like you. I'm not going to be like Missy or any of these. But I want to say that I want to try it because I think I can.
Yeah.
Because I love
awesome.
movement. I love movement. I like the music. I agree with you. I think you need to have more like the 3 parts of music because that makes it entertaining. Fitness is my, besides female bodybuilding, obviously because I'm a female bodybuilder, it is my favorite division. I go for fitness. No offense to the men's
awesome.
open, but
no, I think that will be fantastic idea.
Yeah, but I'm old.
Girl, how old are you?
Old enough to be your grandmother. Don't ask.
No way. You're not older than me.
No.
I know you're not. No, you're not, girl. I know you're not. Because I remember when I was competing, you were starting out there.
Just a little baby.
I remember seeing you. So you're not, girl. So stop it.
We'll just say somewhere in the 40s. That's it.
That's fine, girl. Like 40 is like the best years. So yeah. I don't know why people are so, no. Bodybuilding is different, girl. When we are into this sport, we don't look the same as, regular. Like, it's like, I'm not going to say that. That's kind of
No, listen, I just had this conversation with Bob earlier because I said to him, You're 57 years old. How does it feel when you're next to people who are the same age as you and they look like, no offense, I'm not trying to sound mean, but they look like
No, but
they're
it's
60 years old or 70, you know what I mean? And how does that, it's got to feel good because of the training, eating right.
yeah. I mean, that's just basically what it is, and most people they don't want to give that up. And it's like we just see it every day. That's one of the reasons the place that I work. It's like I just don't. It's you see these people that they go up to these challenges, and then it's like after the challenge, it's like they go back, and
Right.
I just don't understand that. I just never. I'm not wired that way. I wanted to control the way that I look,
Sure.
and that's one of the main things when I got that depression, because my body just was not there. And it's like that's one of the things that I always told myself, that I will never let my body get out of control.
Sure.
So, that's just, I'm not wired that way, and I think it's important. It's like I always like to challenge myself to different things. That's why I did the silks. That's why I wanted to do fitness again, but then my injury. But I will probably try next year to do something.
Can I just throw this out there, because you're so driven and you have such a huge passion. You're like the Terminator. It doesn't matter if you're one arm, no, you're still coming. You're still coming, no matter what. But listen, I love you. We all love you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna leave this with you. There's anything you want to say to the fans out there, family, sponsors, whatever? Do whatever, and I'll end it with you.
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me. I've been kind of like, I know I messaged you before. I'm like, hey, girl, come on, let's talk about this. I seen your show, so I truly appreciate you. I think you're doing amazing. Seeing you grow in the sport, that's one of the things that, watching people that when I was competing, how everything that they're doing nowadays is, I think it's great. So I'm very proud of you, and thank you for having me.
It's a huge honor.
And I just want to say thank you to, the IFBB and the NPC, Wins of Strength, because, our division, our federation is the best federation out there.
Yes.
And the opportunity that they have given us to promote and to continue to be involved in this. A lot of people don't understand that this is not a gift. You have to earn things in life, and it's like anything. So I'm very thankful for that. And, thank you for everybody that follows me. And I just want to say a special thank you to Missy, because she's truly trusting me and for supporting my show, because this year was actually pretty cool to have that. So that's it. And if anybody wants to find me, NPC Adela Garcia Classic. That's it.
Who is winning the Ms Fitness Olympia this year? Pressure's on.
It's on, but I think Missy's coming in hot.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not taking any favoritism.
Sure.
I
know.
Oksana, Oksana is strong too. And Whitney. There's that will be my top four. I know Jacqueline, my top three, and
Jacqueline's
Ariel
pretty
and
good.
Jacqueline.
Yeah,
Jacqueline's
Ariel.
coming in hot too.
Yeah.
But it's like whenever you put the whole package together, I said this before, even not because Missy sponsored my show, or because, we're talking. I have always been honest, but I think she has a physique that she can come in a little bit smaller and she will look good.
Mm-hmm.
She can come in a little bit bigger and she still looks good, because she have that frame,
Yeah.
Her routines, they're going to be stronger this year. So, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard.
It's gonna be fire.
It's going to be fire, no, but I just, I'm a huge fan of Oksana's, and I know that she hasn't been able to perform the routine
Right,
that she
yeah.
was putting in together. I can wait to see that one too.
Yeah.
So, those are my two favorites right there. Nothing against anybody else. Jacqueline is another one
Yeah.
that I can see her moving into that top 3 spot. So,
It was heartbreaking.
I'm just being.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just feel like those girls, it's gonna be really fight. Ariel, I think her body's too big for her frame. And I have said that to her in the past. I'm not holding back, because
Sure.
these girls, they need to understand your physique can only grow so much. So you cannot try to imitate somebody that is bigger than you, because that look is not going to be good on you. I thought Ariel looked better when she started. I even said it. I said, that girl is going to be the next Ms Fitness Olympia. Once she got that big, I was like, no, that's not going to go anywhere. So, I gave Missy, Jacqueline, and Oksana like to be there in the top 3.
Oksana, it broke my heart because I know she was trying for the Olympia and then she was trying for the Arnold, and she's so good, So this year, let's go Oksana. But Missy, she's fire. She doesn't play.
Yeah, she's fire.
Apex predator, shark, that's...
No, girl, I have given her some stuff. I send her little things. Hey, try to learn this, and she's on it. It's like
she don't
she's
play
getting
around.
things. No, and I was, one things that the difference, like her, Oksana, and myself. I'm very close to Oksana too, and we always been quiet. Like we just did our stuff, and we always stay quiet. So whenever she said to me, "This is what I'm doing for my routine," I'm like, "Cool, please don't tell anybody." I'm like, "Come on, girl, like." I'm not that way. That's what I used to do.
Right.
So it's just, I have a lot of respect for all of them. I love all the athletes. I think they're amazing, but you also have to be real. And, that's how I stay real. I used to be afraid because I say, if I like this girl, the other girl is not going to like me. But I'm like, hey, I don't have anything to get from anyone. So you got to be honest, because that's the only one that they're going to grow.
I agree. It's better to be honest than sitting there lying to somebody's face and telling them otherwise. And we see that a lot in the industry. You know that.
Yes.
So I appreciate your honesty and keeping it real, even if it hurts.
Thank you. I
Brutally
like your
honest.
background too.
Oh,
Is
thank you.
is that your visual background, or is that something that you?
So I'm in a green room, but this is just our little screen thing.
That's
put up there.
awesome.
Thank you, honey.
That's pretty cool. I like it.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
listen,
Don't get locked up in that green room.
You're so sweet. Hey, it's been a real pleasure and a huge
Thank
honor
you.
for me. Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Ciao.
Thank you.